In the relatively vast arena of political activism, few groups boast the colourful vibrancy of Code Pink. Born out of seemingly sincere protest against the Iraq War, the group, and more precisely its founders, have since tread a path of almost Kafkaesque convolution. A scrutiny into their philosophical underpinnings, especially when juxtaposed against their actions, lays bare not just simple incongruence but a chasm of hypocrisy. Let's embark on this journey, as tortuous as it might be, and delve into the mysteries that shroud the minds of Code Pink's torchbearers. At the outset, one must recognize that the rank and file of Code Pink may comprise well-meaning individuals genuinely rallying against war and injustice. Their earnestness, however misguided at times, is not the focus of my scrutiny. No, today's expedition ventures into the more treacherous terrains of the group's leadership. Jody Evans and Medea Benjamin, the group's leading lights, present a curious case. Beneath the banner of peace and justice, one would expect an unwavering commitment to these principles, a steadfastness that resists the seduction of convenient alliances. But, alas, as so often in the murky realms of political activism, all is not what it seems. Evans' stance on China, as presented, is a stark example. One might recall the eloquence of Orwell when he said, "In a time of deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act." But where is this revolutionary truth when Evans speaks of China? If reports are accurate, her fawning admiration for a state known for its repression, censorship, and treatment of the Uyghurs appears not only misplaced but dangerously naive. For someone championing rights and justice, the inconsistency is not merely a slight misstep, but a fall into a philosophical abyss. And what of Benjamin's dalliance with the New Horizon Conference in Tehran? Attending an event that flirts with Holocaust denial and other anti-Semitic narratives is not an innocent oversight. It's a betrayal of the principles Code Pink purports to uphold. When the ADL, a venerable institution dedicated to combating hate, highlights such associations, it's not mere nitpicking, it's a sounding of alarm bells. Now, some may argue, isn't engagement a path to change? Can't one effect change from within? But there's a fine line between engagement and endorsement. By cavorting with those who peddle hate and conspiracy, one risks not changing them but being changed oneself, and not for the better. It's almost reminiscent of the leftist apologists of yesteryears who, while basking in the comforts of the West, heaped praises on the Soviet regime. They turned a blind eye to the gulags, the purges, and the stifling of dissent, all the while reveling in their intellectual posturing. One sees shades of this in the stances of Evans and Benjamin. Their alleged dalliances with controversial ideologies and regimes make one wonder. Are they the latest in a long line of useful idiots, or something more insidious? The world, in its tumultuous dance, offers no easy answers. But for groups and individuals who position themselves as moral compasses, the onus is on them to remain true, not to me or any other critic, but to their own espoused principles. For when they falter, they don't just let down their followers. They diminish the very cause they claim to champion. In the grand theatre of activism, it's not the mere act but the intent and consistency that matter. And on this front, leaders of Code Pink, it seems, have much to answer for.